Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. Hey, it's time for Mailbag Monday. Our regular followers know that we just bring you bits and pieces of our life here in the Villages, Florida, and in Central Florida. We're liable to talk about anything. On today's show, with all the downsides, is Florida really worth it?
And are the pools here really clean?
Will you fit into the Villages lifestyle if you're not a heavy drinker?
We'll have an Ask Amy.
A new bubble wrap?
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'm going to show you how you can take care of the mold and mildew on your outdoor landscaping. I've got a secret that can get rid of it.
And lots more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
On today's show, we're going to do it straight through, so expect a few fumbles, a few mumbles, and
Hopefully no cussing.
the only reason I'll have to edit this is if she has a potty mouth. So, just kidding you. Hey, we had a great holiday.
Yeah, we hope you all did too. We're very thankful for you all, and we're thankful for living here in the Villages, Florida.
That's right. And we didn't have any family here, but our friends Art and Diane asked us to come over for Thanksgiving dinner, and it was delicious. And Rick and Sharon were there, and we had a good time.
Yeah.
And we really appreciated their kindness.
You know, a lot of people do that here in the Villages. We really have a great time and holidays, but you know, when your family lives far away, because all of us are transplants, we can't get together Thanksgiving and Christmas. So many times we just really want our family together at Christmas. So Thanksgiving, we do a lot of Friendsgiving here.
Yeah, and it's easy to find them. You know, because other folks are in the same boat. Relatives live in,
That's right.
you know, Massachusetts or Virginia or wherever, and so we pal around with them. And,
That's right.
And it's great. And we have so many sweets in this house.
We have cake, we have pies, we have cupcakes.
Man.
Yeah. And I even made some real sweet Jell-O, and that was just. And we have a big box of candy we got the other day. So you know, we're here comes the season. Everybody expect to
put another notch in the belt.
That's right. Expect to go exercising in January.
Linda has a funny story about toothpaste.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, this happened to me this last week. I'm down to the end of my toothpaste. Jerry has a tube on his side. I have a tube on my side of the sinks, right? And I got to the end, and I'm pushing. Some people like gel, some people like paste. The gel gets so gunky and horrible in that cap. I cannot stand that gooey gel stuff. But anyway, I was done with it. Glad to get rid of that last tube. And I picked up a tube. I didn't have any more big tubes at all, so I picked up a sample tube. If you all have some of these hanging around your house, well, I'm going through drawers. Oh, I found a tube. So I grab it, and I started using it for the last 3 days, and it just didn't taste well. Of course, you know, it's more of a friendly toothpaste. It's not, I don't know what you call the friendly toothpaste.
I hate those unfriendly toothpaste.
You know, there's no sugar in it, no whatever. It doesn't taste good. So I just happened to start looking at it, and I looked at the bottom and said, I wonder if they have an expiration date. They do. People, toothpaste have an expiration date. I want you to guess the year on this tube of toothpaste. Jerry guessed.
2020.
He did. Guess 2020, COVID, right? Oh, no. 2017. Oh my gosh. No wonder. I guess my teeth are about to rot out now.
Well, it's only 7 years old. I mean.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. 2017.
So are you going to still use it until it runs out?
No, I went to the Dollar Tree and got some new toothpaste. No, I'm not using it.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree. This morning she went to the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
She said she needed to get some birthday cards. She said, you know, they're 2 for $1 over there. I thought, oh, that's a good deal. She comes back, she spent $71 at the Dollar Tree.
I got lots of cards.
$71 at the Dollar Tree. Of course, nothing's $1 anymore, right?
No, it's not $1.
It's like $1.
The real tube of toothpaste that I got was $5. They charged me $5.
Yeah.
They had signs on it. So the Dollar Tree isn't really a Dollar Tree anymore,
No.
people. But I love that little store, and it was so crowded, Jerry. I was in there, and the line was down this aisle, down this aisle. Of course, this is the weekend right after Thanksgiving, right? Oh my gosh, it was awful.
You want to tell them the story about your orange juice?
Oh yeah. Oh, I should go get it.
Yeah, we'll get that, and I'll start telling the
Do a
story.
little bit of small talk.
Well, first of all, we always buy a gallon of orange juice. I love orange juice. I love it. I usually get the Walmart brand because it's perfectly fine. And it comes in a 1 gallon jug just like milk. Well, lately they haven't had that 1 gallon jug, so Linda had to buy
I did. Oh, I can't get
a
it.
different brand, Tropicana, which is really good orange juice. Tastes good. But it comes in less than a gallon. So they want you to think this is a gallon, but if you look at it, it's 89 ounces. That's not 128 ounces. That's a third less. That's 40 ounces less, you know. So anyway, we got it, and she's trying to open it, and she said, I can't open it. And I looked at it, and I mean, you can see how it is right there. So we're trying to pop this up, push down on here. We're twisting, we're everything. So I had to do the old standby, get on YouTube. And some lady said, boy, I had trouble opening it just like we did.
There was a lady on there doing the
And
same
the thing is,
demonstration.
it's not down here, it's just a little bitty flap right here.
Little bitty
that comes
flap
up.
that comes up. So everybody that do not drink Tropicana, that
So I mean, that just kind of shows how dumb we are there. But YouTube, you can, I know you all are like me, you get on there for everything, don't you? If I can't do this or I can't do that, and somebody's had that problem and they put it right on there for you.
So I was glad to see someone else had the problem. I felt very, it was comforting to know that someone else was not as bright as us.
We both got, post degrees in college, and so we ought to be able to open a orange juice
container. Ridiculous.
Well, it's chilly now. It's getting chillier tonight. Yesterday, the day before, it's going to be chilly. So a lot of people are letting the sides down on their golf carts. That's the cool thing that I had never even seen before I came to the Villages. These golf carts will unfurl and you can button them up and it's cozy.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice to go for a ride.
I know, it was really nice.
You're all cozied up in there. And they even make heaters to go in your golf cart if you want. We've got one. We don't use it much because it gets really, really super duper hot.
Yeah.
And if you touch it, you get burned. If it falls off, you get burned. So we don't use it much.
No, we don't.
But it's kind of cool. If you ever get down here and it's cool, button up your golf cart and have a good time like we did. I want to ask you to please check that little subscribe button right there. So many of our viewers are writing to us, and if you're listening, you may be one of them, that have been unsubscribed without trying. So they don't get noticed for all of our videos. Please just push that subscribe button and let's see if we can get this thing turned around because it's not been great.
It's been horrible.
Yeah. So please do that for us. And it's time for our viewer video. Take it away.
Hey Jerry and Linda, we're Jim and Tina from Raleigh, North Carolina, and we've got a question for you.
Since it's the Christmas season, we'd like to know if you can have luminaries outside your home in the Villages. You know, the kind with the bags and the sand and the candles. Is that even allowed?
And thanks so much for everything you do. We're learning so much about the Villages. And we'll see you when we get there.
What a nice couple, and what a great question.
Yeah.
We personally don't do that, but I've driven through neighborhoods that have done it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's really pretty. And I would say, without actually knowing the official, word on it, and as always, just take our word for what it is, just secondhand information. I'd say go for it. Put them out there. The worst thing that can happen is somebody will complain, and then next year you won't be able to put them out.
I would definitely too make sure you've got it weighted down very heavily with sand or whatever you do to get them to weigh down so they don't blow over, because the grass does tend to get stiff and cold and whatever dry in the winter. So definitely have it weighted down so you won't have any fires.
I've wondered that on the other hand, where people let go the ones that fly up in the air and come down on the neighbor's field or half a mile away. And but anyway, it's beautiful. give it a shot. But, again, we're unofficial, and don't sue us if something catches on fire.
Well, another thought to that, if you don't want to use fire or whatever, real candles, go for these luminary things that are battery operated. That's going to be kind of expensive. I have a couple of those candles back there, but that might be an idea.
All right, you want to take that question?
I sure will. There are over 100 pools, according to you, and I'm wondering if they keep them clean. It seems like a pretty big job. Well, there are over 100 pools, and yes, they do keep them clean. They regularly go around and check them, and they have also a schedule where they're cleaned every so often. This pool gets cleaned. They have a schedule. They know what they're doing. This is a tip-top place to live. They take care of the pools.
Yeah, after a hurricane, they may be closed for a while because they want to make sure that there are no
debris.
Yeah, is no debris or are no debris? There is no debris in the pool. But I remember last summer though, you were swimming around and you thought there was a lot of black specks in the water.
Black specks. I can't remember why.
Well, I mean, the wind blows stuff in the pools all the time, and But I think if it comes down to the bacteria you're probably talking about. Yeah, they maintain these pools religiously. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. From Billy and Angie in South Carolina, they're considering the Villages, and they said, we've heard there's a lot of drinking there, and we are an alcohol-free couple. Do you see this being an issue when trying to make friends and connect with others? Well, I'll tell you, we have lots of friends, as you all know here, and we don't know anybody that drinks to excess. In 6 years, I've never seen anybody intoxicated. Mm-hmm. Have you?
No. Well, yeah, I saw one that was in the Sharon.
Oh, yeah, she went to a play where it's a funny story, and it would take too long to tell it. But she sat next to an obnoxious gentleman that had been drinking too much, but he didn't live in the Villages.
He was not 55. He was younger. He was in his probably early 40s.
But he was really all over, wasn't he?
He was intoxicated. Halfway through the show, he laid his head on my shoulder and just laid it there. I'm going, oh my God.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. That was the one time that I really was really upset.
I mean, we hang out with lots of people. We golf with dozens and dozens of people. I've never seen anybody making alcohol a priority. You may go to dinner and they'll have a glass of wine or something like that.
Jerry and I don't drink, and we are accepted everywhere we go, and we go places where people are drinking, and driveway parties or wherever we are. There might be some beer there or some whatever they drink. I don't know, but we don't see people going down.
I've heard about peer pressure my whole life, about people trying to pressure you to drinking. When I was in high school and college, and beyond, nobody's ever pressured me to drink. So they don't do it here either. So you'll be just fine. Yeah. In fact, we don't go around interviewing people, asking them, do you drink? How much do you drink? And what do you like to drink? Just Pepsi Zero.
There you go. All right, this is from Charles. We are seeing more electric carts in the Villages now. Which do you have, and why do you prefer it? Well, Charles, we have had a gas golf cart since we moved here, and we've had two, and we really love it.
Yeah, we really like gas. We like it because you don't have to worry about keeping it charged. So that would have been our vote, but now we've kind of gone over to the dark side because, as you all know from our previous shows, we have ordered an electric golf cart to do our shows with because they're so quiet and so nice, and you won't get that engine noise, and you'll hear the narration, and we're looking forward to that. So we're going to get an electric one. But if we had to go on a trip, let's say from here to Spanish Springs and back, I'd feel more comfortable in a gas golf cart because it holds 250 miles worth of gas or so. So we're never going to go 250 miles in the Villages. An electric cart, it depends what size battery you get, but they're good for 40 to 60 miles or so. And I doubt we're going to go that far either. But, it's just a peace of mind thing. But anyway, we're going to go over to the dark side, and we're going to get at least one electric cart, and can't wait to get it and try it out.
There's pros and cons to having both.
That's right.
There's pros and cons to both of them.
It's time for Bubble Wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, A lot of us have landscaping outside in front of our house, but it does have a tendency to collect mold and mildew. You can see all this darkness here. Coming up, I'm going to tell you how to get rid of it. The secret is wet and forget. Now you got to mix it down if you use the concentrate. It's on a 1-to-5 basis. So you put in 1 cup of the wet and forget and then 5 cups of water. Just pour your wet and forget in a pump sprayer. Again, this is 1 cup, and then I'm going to add 5 cups of water. Once you have your wet and forget and your water all mixed together, you pump it up. Give it a good pumping because you want that pressure to be good. Wet and forget is available at Lowe's and other retailers. So saturate any place where you see discoloration. It tends to build up over the winter, so a lot of you probably have a lot of this out there. Just wet it down and let it saturate in. It's best to do this when no rain is expected, and also try and do it just before sundown. That way the sun doesn't bake it off and cause it to evaporate. Don't worry about getting it on your shrubs, it won't hurt them. And also make sure you get it on the forward-facing landscape bricks because that's what people will see from the street. It's also important to know that if you don't want to mix it yourself, you can get a pre-mixed variety. Keep in mind with wet and forget, it's not an immediate process. It's going to take some time, possibly up to several months. So put it on, wet it, and forget it, just like the label says. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. You know what? That is something that she has complained about. I have noticed, I mean, if you have pavers, if you have blocks on your flower beds, around your plantings, your driveway, they're going to get this black mold here. It's hot, it's humid, and it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
So, excellent tip. That's a really, really good one, Peter. Thank you so much. And everything looks better when you keep it nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Chrissy and Rob sent these photos in. Check this out. This is right down Moyer Loop here on one of the side streets in Pine Hills. Check out that bad boy. That is a nice sized alligator. Didn't bother anybody. And every once in a while you will see a story like this where one of these critters comes out of the water, walks through a neighborhood on his way to another body of water, and everybody's out taking pictures.
But
I've never heard of any kind of incidents with it.
just stay out of their way.
Stay out of their way, but what a pretty alligator. Yeah. Time for entertainment.
Well, there's quite a bit of entertainment going on in the villages right now because it's the season for everything going on. There's tree lightings are coming on. Actually, tonight is one, and we're not going to be able to talk to you too much about it, but let me go on to the others. December 4th is the Brownwood Paddock, and we have all kinds of things they line up for entertainment. They'll have Greg Warren Band will be playing, and then they have these lifestyle groups that will entertain. The village's cheerleaders will be there, Mystic Jewel Dance Troupe, Sugar and Spice Group, the Primetime Twirlers, Sweet and Sassy Performing Show Team, Dance Team, and then they have toy donations. If you want to bring a brand new toy that's unwrapped, and that you go to all the toy donations.
Okay, so it's unwrapped?
Right, do not wrap.
Don't wrap it?
Do not
Okay.
wrap it. They're going to wrap. They want to see what's in the packages. They want to see if it's a girl toy, boy toy, who would be more appropriate for an age-wise too.
Okay.
And then I guess they have a team that will wrap these presents maybe. And then this all goes to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of North Central Florida.
Cool.
And then at 8 o'clock that night, they have a sing-along with holiday favorites, and then Santa will join Krista Joy, and then they have the countdown, and then the tree lighting.
Yeah, Krista Joy, she's one of our friends, right?
So fun, yes.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, Spanish Springs is going to have a tree lighting, and they're going to have their toy donations for the Lake Sumter Children's Advocacy Center. And Rocky and the Rollers are going to be the entertainment at the gazebo from 4 to 9. And during that time, there's Silver Rockettes will be there, the Pacific Paradise Dancers, Viva Flamenco of the Villages, and Flash Mob fun addicts.
Well, that would be cool.
Yeah, and then Billy Thatcher will be there with the sing-along in Santa, and then the countdown to the tree lighting. And also during that time, they have right before that, from 3 to 4, for 1 whole hour, there's a parade. And this parade is awesome. I mean, there's like 50 participants, and what happens is they're going to be judged too, so somebody may win a prize. Food trucks and vendors, and oh, so much fun.
Speaking of Spanish Springs, don't forget all those great shows at the Sharon that Linda told you about, and also Whitney Morris told you about them. So lots to do when it comes to entertainment here in the Villages.
Yeah. Oh. It's time for Pet of the Week.
This is Momo, and this is his favorite toy. And every night he likes to play, I know, and he likes to play catch. You ready, Momo? Get back. Oh, pop, pop, pop. Get back. Ready? And, oh, catch it. Ready? Ready? Ready. Ready? That's a boy. You got it. Can you catch it? Ready? Your favorite mouse. Okay, can you come up? Can you come up? Come on. Come up. Oh, that's a good boy.
Well, Momo the kitty, we don't have too many cats on here, but always great to see the different pets. Remember, you can send your pet in. We encourage you to get down low and film them face to face, eye to eye. Get down there and get the action. Narrate it. Tell them the best things about that animal and what it does, what it likes, where you got it, anything that's really fun. And send them to villagesnewcomers@gmail.com. And if you have it too big, email me and I'll coach you through getting me that big file. But we'd love to have it, as well as any viewer videos, really. And also pictures. Send us in pictures of yourself, and we'd love to post those on our shout outs.
That's right.
A few more questions for you. This is from Clay and Mary in Chicago. They write, Florida seems wrought with danger. Hurricanes, lightning strikes, alligators, and snakes. Not to mention the crazy drivers. Is the good that you encounter really worth all the hazards?
What about bugs?
Oh, she says bugs. She says there's
Y'all
bugs.
forgot
Don't forget the bugs.
Don't forget bugs.
Well, Clay and Mary, we live here, don't we?
Yeah.
So obviously we think it's worth it.
Yeah.
First of all, we don't see that many bugs. We don't see that many alligators. I know I just showed you one. Lightning strikes are everywhere, Hurricanes, they're rare. They've really not affected us in 6 years. But this place is nice every day, just about every day anyway. And so we like it. We think it's worth it. This is the fastest growing city in the United States, I believe.
Yeah. I feel like it's paradise. I mean, I know there are dangers, but I think there's dangers everywhere.
Dangers everywhere. We all stick together here, and
there's so many caring people here. That's the biggest draw to the Villages. It's caring people and loving each other and getting along, and just the friendliness of the whole place is amazing.
Yeah, that is the biggest strength of the Villages. And is it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah. This is from Sally Allen in Long Island. You have both been an inspiration for so many. I was wondering who in your life has been your biggest inspiration? Well, I can answer just for me. My inspiration was my mother and my grandmother because they were teachers, and they inspired me to become a teacher. I knew when I was 3 years old that I was going to be a teacher. So pretty much my mom and grandmother.
Okay, that's good. When I was a kid, I would have said Willie Mays. I was a humongous Willie Mays fan and followed him. But now that I'm an adult, I've learned that those athletes, they're just athletes. Your real inspiration and guidance comes from people around you. And I'm going to say something unpredictable here, and she doesn't know it. I would say, and it's a difficult question, think about it from your own point of view. Who would be your biggest inspiration? Mine might be her mom and dad, because they showed me what a true family should be like. My family was a little shaky growing up, and her family did it right, and they raised this this jewel right here. So that's what I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
you make me cry.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Jerry, that's sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish they could hear you.
Oh,
Well,
this is mine. It's from Debbie Chittick. Debbie says, could you explain the country clubs? Do they have an extra fee? If so, what does that cover? What can we do at the country clubs if we don't have an upgraded membership? Thank you. We'll see you when we get there. Well, if you go to districtgov.org, you can find so many cool things on that website. And I maneuvered around. I couldn't even tell you how I did it, but I found the part, I think it's on Golf the Villages, where it lists the extra fees and what they're for. First of all, you don't have to pay any fees to go to the country club. You can go in there and you can eat, you can enjoy their entertainment, but you can't swim in their pool. You know, that would be an extra fee. I have it right here. You can look on the screen. A single membership for the country club pools would be 1 month would be $43.50, 6 months $164.50, and 12 months $218. And it bumps up if there are 2 of you in the family. You get a giant discount for having 2 folks use it. So you could use the country club pools if you pay that upgraded fee. Sometimes they have tennis courts. If you want to join the tennis membership, again, it's $55 for a month, $262 for 6 months, and $322.50 for 12 months. And you can play tennis at the country clubs.
do the country club.
Anybody can play golf here. You'll pay a fee that's a little bit greater than I would get as a resident. And there's even one way to get an even cheaper fee, and that's to have an enhanced membership. There's the picture on the screen. A 1 month enhanced golf membership is $136, 6 months $645, and 12 months $808. What will that give you? It will give you an edge as far as getting a tee time. You will be able to get tee times before other folks, and you will pay a reduced green fee every time you play. And you could save probably $20 every time you play. I don't know, it's something like that. But those are the benefits of the country clubs. Everybody can eat there. Some of the country clubs that we like to go to would be Belglade, Bonifay, Havana,
Right.
Mallory Hill. Any others come to your mind? We don't go up to Orange Blossom. It's pretty far away.
But it's delicious food.
Yeah, and Palmer Legends and
Yeah.
Glenview. Those are up a little far.
Yeah.
We usually take our golf cart, and we don't want to go that far when we're hungry. We just go to one of these down here.
It's close.
But you can eat there. That's about all you can do really without one of the enhanced memberships.
Right.
Hey Jerry and Linda. Today I wanted to answer the question about what happens to your personal property when you pass away. So in Florida, we are allowed to have a separate writing. It's called a personal property memorandum. And if you did a will or a trust, you're going to receive one of those from your attorneys, and it will have columns where you can list out the item and the person's name that you're wanting to go to, and you must make sure you date and sign it. Now, it can be on any sheet of paper, but you want to make sure you date and sign it. You also want to make sure you're very clear on what you're trying to give away. So if I say my car, it's going to be whatever car I have when I die. But maybe I have a classic car that I want to go to a certain person. I want to make sure I'm identifying that car. And it could be a dog, or it could be a ring, your golf clubs, right? So any personal property that you want going to a certain person, you can designate that in a separate writing. Just be, again, very clear on what the item is and who you want it to go to. Make sure you date and sign it, and keep that with your will and trust, so when the attorney gets involved, when you die, we can say, hey, do they have a separate writing saying who gets personal stuff? And just a side note, for those who are in blended families, make sure you are very clear about the items that you have brought into that marriage, especially if it's family heirlooms, because we have had, unfortunately, a lot of issues with the surviving spouse or the surviving kids taking things that probably didn't belong to that side of the family. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Y'all have a great day.
The word jumble from last week. The clue was you will go here after days in the sun. That is dermatologist.
Yes, you will.
I know. Now this week we're going to do something different. I have a word jumble there for you, but all you're meant to do for this one is see how many different words you can make out of those letters. I know it's at least 15, and I think you could find more than that. So see how many words you can find by putting those letters together and have a little fun with that. All right, where are we?
It's ready for shout-outs.
Well, what about sweet and salty?
Where is it?
It's right there and right there.
But where is it on here?
It's not on there,
Oh,
but it's right there.
got it.
And it's right there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's time for sweet and salty.
Yeah, we almost got by with no bloopers.
Oh, no.
That was just a tiny blooper, though. Wasn't bad, was it? Do you mind doing the salty today? Let me do the sweet.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm going to do the sweet today.
Okay, go ahead.
This is from Marty Crayer. Marty says, enjoyed your show today. I always enjoy what you two are up to. Such a pleasure coming on and seeing you both, and I know I'll be smiling the whole time I watch. Thank you for the time and work you put into this wonderful fact-filled show. Now that's what we like to hear.
I like to make people smile.
We at least one person likes what we're doing. Thank you, Marty.
At least one.
Thank you.
However, I'm not going to smile on this one. This is from Judy Ifrig 6700. She says, Linda looks rough. Well now.
Oh my goodness.
Well now. She's been paying attention.
She-
What? Well, okay. I'm looking rough.
well,
I guess I need to work on that, huh? Get it?
everybody has an opinion.
Okay.
She looks just perfect to me. I'm going to tell you that, Judy Ifrig. Yeah.
Well, it has been a kind of rough couple of
Let
months.
me tell y'all something. We're on here twice a week usually, and it's hard to look this good all the time. You know, sometimes you're tired.
Because it looks good.
Sometimes you got
So
bags in your eyes. Sometimes you have your skin is,
Yeah. You
your
know.
hair, bad hair.
Bad hair days. We all have them, right? You know.
Hey,
but-
try it sometimes. Do
Yeah.
a hour-long show twice a week and let us see how everybody looks.
Well, in all honesty, though, since October 19th, when he got hurt, it has been nonstop trying to take care of him, and then I got sick. So I have been sick, and so that's probably why I look a little rough. And I'm not sleeping. I'm up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock every night, and then I don't sleep. I come out and then I clean something. And then I go back to bed from 4 o'clock to 7. So, yeah, I'm pretty rough right now. But you know what? You don't need to say that to me. You don't need to say that to me.
Thanks for noticing.
Thanks for noticing.
And now it's time for Jerry and Linda's shoutouts.
Hey, this is the time of the show when we like to thank everybody. You know, sometimes we still pinch ourselves to see how did we get in this position to have so many wonderful people,
Oh my
to be able to interact with all you folks. We think you're great, we really do, and we appreciate you watching. You can see a few pictures up there now. I'm running short, so if you want to give us a picture, you can show us, you know, yourself in front of your home, doing something you love to do, you know, whatever. Just send us those pictures in landscape, and we would love to put them up.
And we certainly do love meeting you. When you see us out in public and we see a little eye go back and forth, someone knows who we are. That's just it makes us feel really, really good. And I know we appreciate you all so much.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize because at the Savannah Center last week, we had a mix-up on the tickets. So I was on a mission, and I probably went by 10 or 15 people that were trying to get my attention and wave and wanted to say hello, and I was in a rush to go get that ticket. So I didn't mean to snub any of you. I may have seen some of you later, and hopefully I did.
Yeah.
But anyway, I never mean to walk past you, and always happy to say hello.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to do it for this edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Listen, if you tuned into our show on last Wednesday, our live show, we appreciate that. We had a good time on our Thanksgiving special. And maybe you saw our little bonus show on Saturday when CNN Japan sent a crew over here to spend a couple of days with us and video us and see the sights around the villages. That was so much fun, let me tell you.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while back. Gizmo was in that video.
Gizmo was in it, yeah.
We kind of been sitting on that because I didn't know if you guys would like it because it was all, what do you call that, dubbed.
Yes.
They had me talking like this, like big man. You know, it was funny.
Yeah. We really don't know what they were really
We don't
saying.
know what it said, but we had a good time doing it.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, families, relatives, and everybody you know. Until next time.
See you when you get here.